boat, and as I happened to be on board, and was a man of his own year and college, he looked upon me as his especial prey, and bored me accordingly. I told him at the outset that except as fuel, I was not interested in mummies in any degree whatever, but that did not choke him off in the least, and he poured conversational mummy dust into my ears all down the Mediterranean, and through the Straits, and across the bay and down the Channel, till we fetched up in Southampton. I gave him the slip there in the custom house, and hoped he'd get run over by a cab in the street. 2 years later I went up to Cambridge to take my MA degree. I was paying my fees in the butteries, when in came Gargrave and passed the time of day. "Look here," he said, "I wish you'd come round to my rooms after you've finished your business in the Senate House. I've got an experiment I want you to be in at." "What sort of experiment?" I asked. "Not mummies." "It has to do with a mummy, the one you saw me bring home from Egypt." "No thanks, old man," I said. "I hate the whole breed of them. Besides, I've another engagement." He pawed at my coat sleeve. "I know you hate them. That's just the very reason I want you. You'll be an unprejudiced witness. Now do stay. You needn't put up at the Bull. I've got a spare bed, and I'll tell my gyp to make it up for you. I believe I've got hold of the finest thing that was ever hit upon since Egyptology started, and I want you to be there to confirm my notes." "But I should be no good at taking down notes. I'm merely a novelist. I haven't climbed as far as being a reporter yet. Shorthand is clean beyond me." "I've got a phonograph to take it all down," he said. "Writing would be no use even though you knew the language, which you don't. The accent we use now is probably quite wrong. You wouldn't be able to catch hold of 1 word in 10. I wish you wouldn't talk in hieroglyphics." "I can't explain it more to you here," he said. "You must come and see for yourself, and I can promise you the entertainment will be exciting enough and suit even your lively tastes. If you stay away, you'll regret it all the rest of your life." "Why?" He was getting exasperated. "You'll see why, you fool, when my book comes out in a year's time." It was really cheering to see Gargrave human enough to lose his temper. "All right," I said. "I'll come after I've been through the mill in the Senate House and can smoke in Cambridge streets at night without danger of being proctorised and fined the gentle 6 and 8. So long," I said, and turned into the butteries to talk over past undergraduate hijinks with my old gyp. Now, if anything better had turned up, it is more than possible I should have forgotten my engagement with Gargrave and gone elsewhere. I had had a very excellent 3 years in Cambridge some time before as an irresponsible undergraduate, and was by no means averse to having a short retaste of the old lively scenes. But I could find no one that I knew who seemed at all interesting. The current undergraduates, looked at from the light of after years, seemed mere schoolboys. And in fact the larger part of my acquaintance seemed to consist of gyps, bedmakers or tradesmen's assistants. And so for demure, after I'd been raised to the sublime degree of Magister Artium, I restored my borrowed hood, cap, gown and bands to the tailor's, and strolled across to Gargrave's staircase. I went in without knocking. More cantab. He was fitting a new wax cylinder to a phonograph, and as he leaned over the machine, and I saw the curves of his head, I thought of what a thousand pities it was that a man with such a magnificent brain should fritter it on such a useless life-work. The mummy case stood open against one of the walls, the mummy in it stripped of its swathings. The air was full of the sickly flavour of spices. I pulled out a cigar and lit it. "Don't smoke," said Gargrave. "I must have the air here quite clear." "Then open the window," I said. "The place stinks. You'll be used to the atmosphere directly. There's the mummy. What do you think of him?" "Toughish biltong. Newer meat for me. He's well tattooed about the chest and arms, though." "Those are not tattoo marks. Look closer. They're a pattern in the grain of the epidermis." "So they are. Mr. Menen-Ra. Isn't that his name? He's a curious beast." "Curious? He's unique. Or at least, he and his descendants are."